Joining me now, Eric Burlison, Congressman from Missouri. Eric, great to have you here, Congressman. Let's talk a little bit about this, where this impeachment inquiry goes. It looks like it's now getting into a more aggressive stage. Do you think ultimately it's going to come to a vote in the House? Because I know we're not there yet, but I'm curious to see where you think this might go.
Yeah, I think that it's going to come to a vote in the House. And I don't understand. To me, there's enough evidence on the table today to begin impeachment. But I think Comer's doing a great job. And I think that we just want to demonstrate, as Mike Johnson said, that the evidence is overwhelming and that there's no excuses for the actions that were taken. But sadly, the American people are not being told what's happened. I was on the plane ride back home last week, sitting next to a person who was I would call him a never Trumper. And so it was annoying, the plane ride. But I was able to tell this guy, and I asked him if he knew about the $40,000 check that was sent to Joe Biden. Yet these people have no clue. No one is, the mainstream media is not covering this at all. And I think that but whenever you talk to folks, left or right, it's pretty damning. It's very damning to be able to say that within days of Hunter Biden receiving $400,000 from a Chinese energy company, $40,000 was deposited or sent as a check to Joe Biden, just within days. And so what is that 40%? It's 10%. And you remember that phrase, 10% for the big guy. In addition, this is the same transaction that occurred at the time in which, or right after the WhatsApp message where Hunter Biden said, "I'm sitting next to my father, and we want to know why you haven't made your part of the commitment." To me, that is overwhelming evidence of corruption. And it's time, we're going to keep trying to push to make sure the American people know exactly the dirty dealings of the Biden family.
And Congressman, when the media does decide to cover it, they love to get into their fact check analysis, and CNN and others have now come to the conclusion that $200,000 check made out to Joe Biden was actually a loan repayment. They're saying that Joe Biden actually lent James Biden, his brother, $200,000. CNN and others are trying to run cover for the Biden crime family to say, hey, this was just a loan between brothers. Your reaction to that?
A, show me the documentation. B, show me the money that actually left Joe Biden and was sent to Hunter and to Jim. And then at the end of the day, even if you can, he is not innocent of the fact that he was paid back. He would not have been be able to be paid back were it not for the fact that Jim and Hunter were selling his political influence. So to me, even if he had lent out money, which I don't believe he did, I believe that they've been using loan repayment as a way to avoid taxation. But even if he did, he still benefited from helping them gain the money that would then pay him back. And I think the American people ought to know. And that's why we're going to bring Jim Biden and Hunter Biden in. We're going to into a deposition, and we're going to get the answers from them. And we're going to ask, where's the proof that there was a loan? Where's the money that was sent to you that you claim was that this is a loan repayment?
100%. It's called oversight, and that's exactly what you guys should be doing for sure. Let me ask you, I've got 30 seconds or so, Congressman, but you mentioned earlier that it should come to the House for a vote. You expect it to come to the House for a vote. The tricky part will be you typically don't want to bring something to the floor if you don't have the votes. There may be a situation where Speaker Johnson might know beforehand he doesn't have the votes, but should he bring it to the floor anyhow to get everybody on record?
That's me. I'm a person that believes that we should not avoid our public. We should not avoid our voters. If there are members that don't want to vote for the impeachment, then let's bring it to the floor and let the voters find out where their member of Congress stands. I think we should never be trying to hide our political views from the voters.